Well, new tonight here, inconsistent, unreliable, inequitable, and those are just some of the words parents have used to describe hundreds of Charlotte-Mecklenburg Schools bus routes. A WCNC Charlotte investigation found tens of thousands of CMS students who rode the bus last year showed up to school late.
That's right. So our Nate Morabito pressed CMS about the problem. The district assured us it's seeking solutions this summer before kids return.
District records we analyzed show the problem's especially bad for kids who attend certain schools, like Turning Point Academy, Metro School, and Ranson Middle. Schools already home to high rates of chronic absenteeism. The morning bell, always on time, ready to ring in the start of another school day. No matter who shows up.
Have a good one.
I'm going to start crying if I don't force the smile.
For Brooke Weiss,
yeah, my baby is getting ready to graduate.
the upcoming year marks the end of high school for her rising 12th grader. And the mom doesn't want Eve to miss a second of her senior year.
The beginning of the school year was a disaster.
That, she says, would be an improvement from last school year.
But then when it continued, once school was really going, it was a problem.
Weiss says her daughter's morning bus frequently showed up late.
She would miss school. It put her behind in classwork. She would miss the instruction.
The Ardrey Kell night is far from the only one. Records suggest tens of thousands of others who rely on CMS transportation often face an unreliable system.
Every kid should get to school on time. Whatever the problem is, they need to figure it out.
I worry about those kids whose parents are already at work.
Yes. If they don't have the means to get their kids to school, we will get the bus out there and we're able to communicate that to them and make sure that they do get a ride to school.
Adam Johnson is the CMS Transportation Department's executive director and drives a bus route of his own.
When I'm out there and I see the kids standing beside the road, it immediately just registers to you like, is this bus running late?
The district reduced its number of buses by almost 25% in recent years.
We're doing the most we can with the available resources that we have.
That, Johnson says, coupled with vacancies, employees on leave, and absences, often force the district to scramble in the mornings.
A lot of times, sometimes we're in that survival mode just to make sure that we're getting kids to and from each day on time.
Records we analyzed show a handful of schools where more than 20% of morning buses were late last year.
1 out of 5 buses in the morning seems exceptionally high.
Yes.
The majority at schools with bell start times after 9 a.m.
Any accidents that happen, there could be traffic delays. And again, we're dealing with the shortages. It just kind of dominoes down.
Johnson says CMS is actually coming off its best overall on-time performance year in recent history, and says of those buses that were late, 95% arrived within 5 minutes of the start of school. He says parents mostly offered grace.
We do appreciate their patience,
but says CMS is taking their concerns to heart, spending the summer identifying the most impacted routes so the district can adjust assignments and leave more breathing room in the fall. Plus, CMS is dedicating a new team to focus on recruitment and retention for drivers. While Johnson says there were fewer vacancies last year, the turnover rate remained too high for drivers with 5 years of experience and less.
They explained to me that her bus route, that bus driver was having to run 2 routes to Ardrey Kell.
Brooke Weiss says she sounded the alarm in her daughter's case, and the district took action. But she says this isn't only about her child.
Absenteeism is a problem, and how many kids are absent because of their bus.
It's about making sure everyone who rides a bus gets to class, no matter which school they attend, before the morning bell rings. That family is not taking any chances this school year. They recently decided their daughter will drive herself to school and no longer ride the bus, telling us that unreliability played a factor in that decision. Nate Morabito, WCNC Charlotte.
School buses being late is just one issue. During our investigation, we also found that in the Carolinas, on average, school buses are involved in crashes 8 times every school day. And no district has more crashes than CMS. Coming up tonight at 11, what the district is doing to keep your kids safe.